Hi there, and welcome back to Cape Town Sound Blog. My name is Patrick Dudgeon, and today I'm going to be running you through a simple setup of connecting your M32 to Qlab to use the user assignable buttons as MIDI controls. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to be doing here is just going to my assign buttons. So what I've done is I've brought up set A that I'm currently working with. I'm going to choose a button, then go to Midi push. I find note works better, and then we're going to have button 1 doing note 1, and we'll have button 2. Actually, let's do button 3, which will go to note channel note 1, and button 4, which we'll set to MIDI push note button 2. So that's giving me 3 buttons here, which will give MIDI commands. You can set up the MIDI commands if you go to setup and you scroll through to remote MIDI control interface, which is then set as the card MIDI in and out. Right. And then we're going to jump over to Qlab and see how that's set up on that side. So as you can see now, I'm in my Qlabs project. And what I'm going to do is now I've set up those MIDI keys on the desk. So now I need to go and get it through so that Qlab sees it as a command. So what we do, we go to our window, workspace settings, and then under MIDI, you check the patch. The MIDI patch is coming from the DN32 USB, and we go to MIDI controls. So now it's got a great learn feature, so I can go and capture, and then if I hit the button, and you can see when I press a button on the console, it has an associated trigger with it. So we can set up as many functions as you like. I normally set up one big go button. Then I also like to set up a previous and next. So we've got those 3 buttons, so there and there. And that is done. And then the last thing, just so that the MIDI triggers from the console work on the program, we just need to click and use musical MIDI controls. So then if I go back, I've got my first cue set up, and if I hit the 1 button, which is the go button on the console.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show will begin in 5 minutes.
Fantastic. And then we can just go play our music. Oh, just that was it. When it's time for that to end, we just hit the next button. It starts fading. We queue up to our next cue and say we don't want to have the second announcement, and we just need to go quickly. This is all happening on the console. Then I can just get back here and I can play.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your MC for the evening.
And it makes a nice seamless little playback system with a lot of controls that you don't need to fiddle with your laptop once everything's set up. And it's that easy.